Hey guys, I am so sorry that I have not been posting regular videos lately, or any videos for that matter. I have been a mess this past month really, as if you've seen the previous videos you will have noticed that my mood just sort of went on a huge downward spiral, and it's hard to pick yourself up when you're having a bad month as it is without a mental illness, and then a mental illness just makes it 1,000 times harder. And I just have had no motivation or any real idea on how to even, I couldn't even bring myself to sit in front of the camera and film a video for a while, and it's been a struggle, but I am sick and tired of hiding away, and I want to start to feel better. And I knew that feeling better and getting me on the way to feeling better would be to film a Sprinkle of Courage video. So I am really nervous actually, even though it hasn't been that long, but I am ready to sort of try and climb my way out of this downward spiral that I seem to have found myself in. As a lot of you know, mental illness is not predictable, and you can have so many things planned, and it just seems to coincide when that wants to be your worst time of having a mental illness. And it's just been really hard this past month to sort of get going every day. If I slept at all, it would be just a nightmare to get up, and if I hadn't slept, it was just like, what was the point? And I was finding myself losing grip on my sort of reality and courage to carry on fighting, and I knew that I had to start trying to get myself back up again. And summer is literally on its way. It has been really lovely and sunny over here and warm, and I don't want to start summer off in a huge bad depression whirlwind. I want to at least start it off with trying to climb my way back out of it, because even though your mental illness doesn't go away for a season, I want to, you know, try and get a bit more happier this summer. A few people have asked me, how did I come about getting up the courage to do this if I never told anyone about my mental illness in the first place? And to be honest, it was hard. I never even, it started with a blog, and that was all it was going to be. When people asked me to do YouTube videos, I was like, hell no. I am not sitting in front of a camera. I hate myself as it is. I'm not going to put it on YouTube for however many people worldwide to view and make fun of and judge me. It's right, you know, I didn't tell anyone about my mental illness. I was in school when it all started to come about, and I know that if I told people at school, I would have been known as the freak. As whether you're in England, wherever you were, schools have different social standings. You have the populace, you have all this and this, and I wasn't the popular, I was the outsider, but I had a good group of friends. And I also knew that I didn't want to give anyone any more ammunition to be mean with a mental illness, because if mental illness is not accepted now, it would not have been accepted a few years ago at all, when all this started to happen to me. I was confused, I was embarrassed, and I just really knew that if anyone found out at school, I would be treated completely differently, and I didn't want that to happen. A few of you have asked me to just give me an update on my life and see where I am, because I've mentioned how bad I've been feeling, but I haven't really mentioned what's going on in my life. And you're right, I haven't mentioned really. I have had a few difficult past months. Should I say it has been a lot of up and down, people coming in, people leaving my life, a lot of change. And when you have a mental illness, you get sort of stuck, and you like things, you start to get comfortable with the people around you, you start to feel safe more, and then when things start changing, everything goes to pot. You know, your whole perspective of where you feel safe just gets muddled up, and that's sort of what happened to me. New people came in to my life that I wasn't really sure how to feel about. People I got really comfortable have left, and I've had to, you know, it's been a lot of trying to find my ground with where I stand anymore. It's been really sort of a balancing act this past month, and I'm not proud of it. I have not handled it well. I have gone, I didn't even fight it. When something bad happens, they always tell you to search your mental toolbox to help you sort of cling on and climb back up. But I didn't do that. I accepted the bad and just stopped fighting to keep myself happy. All this bad thing just kept piling on. Instead of working my way through it and trying to get through it, I just let it all pile on, and it just got worse and worse and worse until I just lost control and I had no idea who or what I was doing anymore. And I've also been really sad that I haven't had the motivation to do Sprinkle of Courage videos, because that was one thing that I sort of counted on the most, was making me feel better, you know, talking to you guys, whether it be through a blog post, whether it be through messaging and comments, whether it be through me sitting down and doing a vlog. And not having that motivation, but knowing that I need to do it to be doing this, it got me even more down, because I started this group because I wanted to help people. I wanted to share my story, so if I could help one person or however many people not feel the way that I feel, it would be amazing. And to get more awareness out there, because right now having mental health and trying to be accepted in this world with a mental illness sucks a lot. In this month I've just sort of felt more like an obligation to film a video, and I didn't like that. So I think that's where my motivation for not filming a video came about. But one got back and I sort of realised that it's not an obligation, it's not anything. I did this group purely for people like me with a mental illness, so we can all band together, and that's all it is. It's not anything other than that. It's just a support group for people with mental illnesses, talking to each other and helping each other out. And once I sort of accepted that, I got into it again, and I got ready to sit in front of a camera, and I was nervous beforehand. But sitting here now and talking to you guys, it feels like a weight has been lifted from my shoulder, and it's absolutely amazing. And also, I had to start writing blog posts again, because it all started with the blog, and I stopped a lot of it because I was doing vlogs weekly. But then I did daily blogging for Mental Health Awareness Week, and I loved it, and I said I would do it a few times a week, but then I didn't, and I've been a real self-downer this past month, and I need to stop. I need to stop thinking that I'm the worst person in the world, and that I'm worthless, because it's not doing anything for my mood, and it's gonna destroy me if I continue to think that I am this worthless person that deserves nothing. So I am trying to motivate myself and motivate any of you guys if you feel pretty crap or worthless, or just feeling pretty down on yourself lately, to try and think better of yourself, because it's hard. You know, I see something or I do something wrong, it's really hard not to be really judgmental on myself and think that I'm a waste of space, but I'm going to try, and I want you guys to try along with me, because maybe it won't be so scary to do it by ourselves if we are doing it together. Also, a few of you have liked the second channel that I've started, and I know I haven't posted any videos on that channel either. I have been a terrible vlogger, but I wasn't the best to begin with anyway, so you can't be mad. But I will start posting more videos on that, because a lot of you have wanted to see, a lot of you had wanted to know what it was like for me living a daily life, you know, if I go anywhere, what do I do and all that. So I am going to start posting more videos of if I go anywhere or anything like that, because I have been out to like therapy and other places. I just didn't really feel like vlogging, but I am going to start getting better, I promise. I am going to try and get motivated this summer and try to be more positive and be more determined, because I honestly think the more that I think of myself as this worthless person, the worse my mood is going to get. And we all know what I tend to do when I think I'm worthless, and I really don't want to carve worthless into my leg again when it starts to fade, so that is starting to scare me a little bit, but I am determined to try and not carve it into my leg this time. So hopefully us guys as a group can band together and motivate each other to try and be a bit more positive on ourselves, and just to see if we can do this, and instead of letting mental illness win this round, we're gonna actually stand up and fight it for a change. All the links to everything related to me or the Sprinkle of Courage group is all down below in the description box. So if anyone needs to find me anywhere, they're all down below. And check out the second channel if you want to find out what goes on with my life behind the camera. I'll see you guys soon, I promise. Bye.